All right. We are going live into a series. It is, I believe this is round of 16. I think we're up to the round of 16 of the EPT Weekly, America's number 46. And what a special match, because we have the one and only 2016 world champion, the first player to ever do it without a team, practicing solo, won a GSL, won the world championship, and then got Reapers nerfed to the ground. He's back from the military. He's been kicking ass. He's looking good recently. It is Byun. Now, Byun going up against a guy who was a complete B-teamer back in those days, but has become so good in the last year and a half. Honestly, I had him on my War Chest Team League, and he criminally underperformed. But right after that, he started dominating. He's getting through to semifinals of GSL and all sorts of stuff. So I guess I just got on the train a little too early. I blame Special, who's his roommate, who convinced me to grab him for that team. So a good friend, Special. But up here in the top left, it is Africa Freaks Armani. You guys call capsicum bell peppers? Oh yeah. It's a bell pepper. It's fucking capsicum, man. You guys call it capsicum spray. It's the reason it's called capsicum spray. It's because it's basically spraying chili into people's eyes. It's essentially how it works. All right, guys. So Armani is going to be just opening real standard. Now, I like that he's scouting with his Overlord. I've been a little bit critical. There's some Zerg players who almost never scout with that first Overlord. They basically just look for proxy racks and they just put them in really conservative positions on the edges of the map. And the thing is, I do think that really opens up the potential for a tricky enough Terran player to take advantage of you. Not that we really see it at the pro level. Almost every Terran just goes one gas, factory, third command center, and kind of just plays a real conservative opening at the moment into mass 3-base, 4-base bio play. It's kind of become the standard, but a quick second gas would be on. Makes it look like he will be going for Banshees. Ooh, maybe even battle cruisers. No, starts second marine, cancels the second marine. Interesting. Does just put that reactor down. So I think it was just a little misclick. His Reaper is going to have a bit of a party over here. Of course, we're on the Korean server. These players get to play with no lag. That Reaper says, you got to pay the Reaper, man. You got to pay the tax, dude. Standing here at the bridge. Ain't no freebies. Armani's going to go for that front base. Fascinating. So we've seen this become more and more popular. Oh, he wanted the creep tumor, wasn't able to get it. Beyond the God of Reapers, of course, a very strong micro player. This third base, lots of wide open space in front of it. It's hard to push in and force a fight on that base. Whereas this base here, you've got a nice little edge here. Tanks can get siege down there. Tanks can get siege down there. You got some edges, some terrain. It's still not, honestly, I still think it's pretty easy to defend. In my opinion, I like that, but a lot of the top Zergs have been enjoying this other third base and going for it. Oh, he gets it, bounces the queen, grabs the creep tumor. Byun, as always, giving the middle finger to the Zerg player. And yeah, this looks exactly like a Banshee build, guys. Cool to see what Byun's approach is. I haven't seen too much of his TVZ. I've seen a lot of his TVP, bit of his TVT recently. Has been looking flash hot in those, but against a tip-top Zerg like Armani, that could be a problem. And ooh, Viking Marauder. Oh my. Now that Zergling, that sees a barracks, it sees a starport with no add-on. That immediately tells you it's Viking Lib or Medevac. It means there's something that's going to be coming out a little bit earlier. Ooh, SCV barely gets saved. No creep on the south side. Ooh, if he pokes in now, there's 2 creep tumors potentially for the taking, but good timing by Armani. And look at Armani's vision. He's got really good Overlord placement. He's got one up here as well. But this is going to be a Medevac queuing up next. And oh no, a supply block! Oh, Byun with a big old fuck up there. And that's a big mistake because that's going to slow down his time. He could maybe even queue a third Marauder now. I would be tempted to build a third Marauder. Normally you go 2 Marauders. Right now, Medevac pops in a few seconds, pop him in, boost across the map. As it is, that Medevac's slowing things down. Ooh, Armani, you cheeky fucker. Gets a Reaper and 2 aliens with a lovely Lynx around, and that is huge. This is a Hellbat timing, guys. Whittling down some of those units early is massive. Now, there is a Baneling nest, no Roach Horn, so it's all going to be about Queens and Banelings to defend. Only 5 Queens out. There'll be 6 Queens and a handful of Zerglings. Now, the Armory is going down in the back of the Natural. The Medevac's coming. 2 Marauders, a Marine, 6 Hellions, 2 more only now building. This is it's not quite as frightening as you'd like it to be. Now, is that Viking going to land with this? Yes, it is. He sees the push coming, does this Zergling. He morphs Banelings. Great scouting by Armani. He senses it ahead of time. And that's an early enough scout. Already gets 2 volleys on the medevac. It takes a lot of damage. The Queens go for a lovely spready. Wants to minimize that Hellbat splash damage and slow down this engagement. But nice Hellbat spread, actually. Banelings mostly blowing up on a single Hellbat and the Marauders. One Marauder does go down, as does a Viking. Oh, these Hellbats need to consolidate. They need to get back close together, but the medevac has fallen. There's no more sustain here in terms of the healing abilities. Oh, we still got the concussive. Queen's unable to back out, and that's powerful. You're only building Zerglings right now. If you lose these Queens, the Hellions rallying and might just take you out. Byun is, of course, the god of micro. If he just clumps those Hellbats, there's no counter right now. Armani's trying to clump up to deal with this, but that means those Hellbats get some big splash damage. That Marauder is somehow still alive. That Hellbat looks like it'll finally fall here. But this has been some lovely damage from Byun. And I think just the tail end of that, yeah, it gets cleaned up, but not too bad. A Lib comes in around the left-hand side. Goes a little bit too close to the creep tumor. That should give Armani all the warning he needs. Puts down a spore, rotates the Queen. He only has 1 Queen. That Liberator could have caused a big problem. And, oh my god, Zergling's getting a little bit aroused there. And the Hellions remind them to keep it in their pants with a quick sack whack on the Zerglings. And does indeed dissuade them from any further workings. Oh, I like that. Denies the 4th base. It's going to force it to go down up here unless Queens walk off creeping. Upgrades are a good minute ahead for Armani. Armani's ahead a few workers, but with the 3rd finishing, I feel very good about this situation for Byun. I think what I don't feel good about is the fact that he's still building Hellions. That could work. I mean, you suddenly got another big Hellbat pressure. But if Banelings get morphed, he's fudged. The thing is, he might actually find what happens. He could definitely cancel the 4th if he just goes for that, but he's going to go for broke. He's going to dive on in. Does he morph Hellbats? No, he's just looking at it. He says, look, you don't have many Queens. I killed most of your Queens before. Let's try and do this. This is a wild play from Byun. Byun trying to get in there as much as he can. Now, he's got that Lib on the left. He's still not using it. There we go. Comes in, dodges the Spore Crawler. Hellbats causing a lot of micro. Look at that. Sieges on top of that Queen. You can see Hellbats on the right. He's got to do a spready. Hellbat spread. Speedbane is done, but the Hellbats spread out. Banelings are not efficient against spread out units. The Queens pull back, but not before 5 workers go down in total. The Hellbats here say, hey, once again, we're denying mining on your 3rd. We're disrupting your flow. And you know what? Armani's a wide set Zerg who does best when he's got a heavy flow. He needs that big economy just rolling out. He needs that extra maxi hatchery setup just to make sure he can you know, overwhelm the Terran. Oh, a good little catch. That's a nice little catch. If he clumped those Hellbats a little more, he could have killed a lot of Zerglings. Now suddenly he's got to get those Marines wedged in the mineral lines and raise his wall. That's too many Zerglings out of the map. And they've got 1-1 versus 0-0. As I say that, 1-1 upgrade's almost done for the Terran. Shields are done as well as stim. So he can start pressuring with Marine Mine a little bit. Armani's just trying to build lots of Lings right now, and that means he's kind of frozen in a low economy. He's only on 5 gases, so I think he's going to be playing Infestation Pit straight to Hive and Ultras. He's trying to build more drones right now, and we'll no doubt send those up to this 4th. That Ling run by... That could be a game winner. If there's even a little break in Marine production, that could be a game winner. I like the Widow Mine there and there to give him a little warning of Baneling run-bys. It's all you really need if you're as quick as Byun. Just a few seconds warning. Oh, fucking hell. He missed the depot raise. He missed the depot raise. Oh, no. I really... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If he loses that 4th, that would be big. But, okay, good defense in the end. Tail end of that worked out okay. There was a moment... I thought, pull back, raise the depot, you're fine, but... You know what? It worked out okay. There's a reason you put these Widow Mines. I put them a lot further out because I'm not as fast as Byun. But that is one of the ways you make sure you're prepared for these run-bys. Now, Hydroden and Infestation Pit. So Armani wants to play Lurkers. Cool. Lurkers, of course, the ultimate you can never kill me style. You can never get this. You can never get this. The problem is, even if you are taunting the Terran sibling and you're saying you can never get this, there is a chance that Byun will get enraged enough, go Super Saiyan, break out of his cage, and he will get this, if you know what I'm saying. So as cool as Lurkers are, they're not mobile, is what I'm trying to say, through a rather vague Borat analogy. Yeah, they're not mobile, and Byun is a mobile, multi-prong master. He can micro all over the place, and Lurkers also aren't here yet. For now, it is 44 army supply versus 111. And I get it's cool that you're going Hive and 85 drones, Armani. But if you survive this onslaught, that's absolute madness. Now, don't get me wrong, he recognizes that Byun is doing a slow split push. And because of that, Armani's been able to slow down on his unit production and get an insane amount of economy. But I think now Byun is like really carefully setting up a multi-prong. He's going to send a double drop around the left-hand side. At the same time, Banelings get up in that mineral line, which is really well done. Oh, Byun's got to be careful. Banelings on creep could be a problem. Oh, that base is in trouble. I love the spready. Oh, Queens and Spores. Full medevac goes down on the left. That rotate achieves just about nada. And, oh man, the spreadies, the focus fires. Byun's Marines are better than normal Marines, but a lot of Zerglings come in. 2-2 versus 2-2. Upgrades are even. The reinforce, though, on the south. Hot damn. Byun, Hellbat attack into Hellbat attack, followed up by a Hellbat attack. Comes in then with another Hellbat attack. Well fucking played, dude. That was really well done by Byun. Just waves of pressure coming in. That first medevac being forgotten. I don't think that actually ended up mattering at all, that slight supply block. He seemed to not give a shit. So well played there. Byun takes map 1 against Armani. Cannot wait to see how we go. Thank you very much, Anonymous Cheerer, for the 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, my dude. Mickey CXD as well. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I think this series is going to go up because we love watching Byun. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Links down below in the description. And we're already going into map 2. These players are antsy. They want to fight, dude. They want to fight. That's right. It's Pillars of Gold. Map 2. The countdown is done. We're loading into map. And it's good stuff. Everybody's excited to see Byun playing. As always, with good reason. He's bloody exciting to watch. So let's get in there and enjoy this one. Bit of a laggy loading screen, but we'll get there in the end. All right. Down here in the bottom left, up 1 game so far. Lovely Hellbat timing to start, but finishing the series is going to be another story. It is Byun. His opponent in the top right-hand side, representing the Afrika Freaks. It's Armani. Our man Armani. I'm going to try and update the stream titles today. Ambitious, I know, since I'm normally very slow on that stuff, but we'll see if we can do it. Barracks at home right now. No proxy barracks for Byun. And opening up the barracks gas. So he did go the second gas, the Marauders, the Concussive, the Viking into the medevac last game. I would imagine, for whatever reason, I almost always see 3cc on this map. I would imagine we see a later second gas. The real trend has been you go barracks gas, you get your expand, you get your factory, but you don't actually build out of the factory straight away. You pause Hellion production, delay it for a few seconds, because Hellion's building 2 at a time. It's 200 minerals every 21 seconds. You can actually spend about 600 minerals a minute out of a single reacted factory, which is a ton of money. So if you delay your Hellion production, about 10-15 seconds, you can get that third command center in before you even start Hellion production. And then you can still start your starport, even off just a single gas, guys. You get enough gas for it, because you're not spending gas on anything except the factory, the reactor. And that's what's really cool about this new kind of streamlined, I'm going to get straight to 3 command centers build that Terran does. They still get into Hellions behind it. They still often have a starport at the same time, where they build a Banshee for safety as needed. Sometimes just a single cloakless Banshee, and only building a second if they see a sign of aggression. And from there, it's straight into 3 barracks, is what you often see from the Terran. And really, when Stim kicks in, and a couple of medevacs, the Terran can start doing that mobile, flexible pressure, nipping away at the creep, picking off things, dropping. And from then on, that's kind of the setup for the real push for Terran. So the Zerg wants to slap down early pressure from Terran, get up their 3 bases, get their 4th up, spread creep like mad, before that double medevac drop pressure starts. Because once that starts up, even off a 3cc, it really becomes much harder to keep your rhythm, get your map control, and set up for all that sort of stuff. So nonetheless, we'll see how this game comes out. I'd like him to get that red hit point Zergling. He wants it. He's horny. He's not able to secure the kill. Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. He's staying very deep here. Oh my god. Sorry about the lag, guys. I hope that doesn't affect the players. That was way too greedy by Byun. There was no way he was ever going to get that. And immediate starport, factory swaps over. Quick second gas though, so Seems like Byun's still playing a bit more old school, not going for this 3cc. Who knows? Maybe this has come back in. Amongst the top Koreans, you know, I don't really get to watch Oli Mo League or anything. We didn't see too much TVZ in this last season either. And hopefully these lag spikes do settle down. Apologies for that, guys. It's not the stream, it's just that. But I think Angry Smurf was just making a joke. Auto mod caught that. I'll allow that. No worries, guys. Overlord sees exact same setup, except for the fact that Byun's barracks is not on the tech lab. Now, he could still do a Hellbat timing off this. You go a medevac, you get 4 Marines in that medevac, 5 Marines even maybe, and you could still do it, but it's going to be a fusion core. Now, I know like Maynard, for instance, who's a big studier of the pros builds, and a lot of other Terran players, I say, oh, if you see 2 Marines, like, you know it's a BC build. And I always thought, like, there's no reason it needs to be that way, but I get it. Like, sometimes there's just, in a certain meta, certain thing means a certain thing. I don't think Armani has that read at all, because he's going double Evo. I'll tell you what you do not need double Evo against. Battle Cruisers and Hellions. Like, this is probably going to go into mech, not necessarily. I like the Banshee first. Do you think he cancels that? This could just be a Banshee, which he only lets finish if he sees a push coming. Hellions coming to get 4 drones. Oh, and the Viking barely survives. Overlord does survive, but 4 drones, that's a good pick off. So double upgrades are really bad versus mech. You do not need them. You do not need upgrades. It's all about getting as many drones and defending them from the harassment. And I'll tell you what, Evo Chambers, that's a lot of minerals gas going into things that will not help you defend your drones against Lings, against battle cruisers or Hellions. Like, having 1-1, that's not going to kick in until well after most of the Hellion harassment is done. It will not help first VCs, not very much. And he does cancel that Banshee since he saw no big roach attack or anything like that, and goes for instead the battle cruiser. So that's a nice little thing. He cues the Banshee and then doesn't let it finish unless he needs it. Very clever play from Byun. Hellions looking for a bit of a rotate. They're like, hey, you don't have any Zerglings here, buddy. I am going to punish you for this. There's not a lot of drones, though, which is kind of unfortunate, but he could still do okay versus the Zerglings. Ooh, gets a good volley there. And the Evo Chamber tries to trap him. Ah, he does lose a few more of those Hellions on the way out. He comes in, he's like, wait a second, what the fuck is this? And now he sees the Evos, which I think he'll feel quite okay about. Oh, he should have driven through the minerals there. He could have got 1 or 2 more drones. Gets 7 of them. Viking goes down. That's a little unfortunate. So the problem now is that the battle cruiser is on its own. There are 6 queens out. Ooh, Spore was not in position. As long as he focus fires drones, he'll find at least 6 drones here, I would say. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Brings it from 7 to 12. So another 5 worker kills on the BC. Should be able to pick off that Overlord as well. Oh! Oh, Byun! Byun! Oh my god, a massive screw up there from Byun. His Zerglings, of course, are attacking his Wolof. I really hope this isn't me lagging. There's a bunch of commentators in this, so this could be someone else. Jesus Christ, I hope that's not me. If this is affecting the players, that's no good. Hopefully they would say so if it does. We'll keep an eye on it, guys. Internet seems pretty stable, but I'm not 100% sure. You never know what's going on in between in those servers and those undersea cables and everything. Overall, I think Armani's weathered the storm just fine, guys. I think he holds on quite okay. Yes, he took quite a few drone losses, 16, but he took out all the Hellions, and now his creep gets to go. So I actually might even favor him in this scenario, because it was 1 BC into 3 base bio tank. Yeah, I'd say he's ahead. So the reason why he's ahead is he's got 1-1 finished. He's already starting +2 melee. Should be starting +2 carapace as well. Bane speed, yeah. So the problem now is just because all those Hellions, I think that Hellion dive was the real problem. I think if he saved those Hellions maybe till the battlecruiser was there, it could have worked out. Of course, he didn't know that Armani already had 13 Lings on the map, was building another 13, and was prepared for it. But now Byun does find himself, he's got a good army right now, but he's got to kind of go do something with it. Yeah, Byun has to go do something with his army because Armani has got some great upgrades. He is forgetting +2 carapace, which is the more important upgrade though. And he's getting good creep out. So this push is very important. It's got 2 tanks already. Bane speed still a little ways away, about 40 seconds. Ooh, that spine's trying to move up here. That tank positioning is fantastic. And look at that. He gets a queen. He does get 1 queen. Oh, good links around. Is it enough, though? Is it enough? Oh, it is. Gets a few of those Marines, but a good hot pickup from Byun, and the tanks land some nice shells. Don't think he needed that scan. BC has been repaired. It's going to come back in on the left-hand side, so he can multitask that and click on all these drones down here. He's going to hold position it, but it's only hitting a gas right now. That's unfortunate. You want it to be in range of the drones. Killing a gas nowhere near as effective, and I really think that should be driving around the back line. Bad micro on the BC by Byun. He set that up. He needed to go. If he drove by straight away, the queens wouldn't have landed many hits. Now, as it is, it's not going to do that much damage. That being said, it is still luring the units away. Mutas are on it. It's got to teleport out. He's got to teleport that out of there. Mutas are on it. Takes out a muta, and he saves it. Fourth base goes down as well. Okay, very important pickups. Remember that Byun is only on 59 workers here. He hasn't started 2-2. I don't think he even built an armory this game, guys. So even though it's like, oh yeah, he's doing a nice attack, it's like, yeah, he's still got to be very careful. Oh my god. Oh, he's being very ambitious. Now that battlecruiser's been repaired. That's gonna, oh, okay. That can just get repaired up though. Those SCVs, oh, Byun. Oh, he uses it almost like bait. The Mute is unable to take it down. The Marine stim in. Meanwhile, the Marine drop in the main gets cleaned up. 17 SCVs just went down, apparently. What? I think that's bugged. There's no way 17 SCVs just went down. Huh? That was confusing. I think the replay, the game bugged for a bit there, guys. That's a little confusing. Fortunately, casting these games live, you do see there is a little bit of lag coming out. Normally not the case, but being a little dicey lately. Uh-oh. Oh, those Marines are going to get caught. Oh, Byun, a little too slow on that. Pulls them back. Yeah, he's got to guard those tanks, man. That's a big investment. Battlecruiser gets caught out. Yeah, Muta's quick on top of that one. Oh. Just brings his Marines over. But a Ling run by. Plenty of Marines there ready. Byun handles that. Byun's doing really good, and as a 4th CC starts, 2nd factory starts a reactor, you can tell he's building to the next stage. I just am so worried because he's forgotten his armory and his 2-2. So Byun's playing this like haphazard, in-your-face TVZ, and he's finding openings with it really well. And this is what older TVZ used to be about. It was much more timing focused, you know, get the push going hard and fast. Marine run by on the left with no medevacs. Okay, he's got 2 medevacs joining up with it. Marine drop on the high ground. Oh man, those queens are doing a good job. Look at this positioning though. Oh, he accidentally teleports. That was meant to be a stim, I think. That army gets held. But you know what? Even though the battlecruiser in that army goes down, a few mutas fall and he should lose this hatchery. I think Byun has to click that and get the fuck out of there. He's nipping the creep off there. He's trying to maintain position here. Oh, I guess he can kind of stand his ground and fight this. Yeah. Ooh. That... Yeah, I think he may have just lost too much army. He's got to go home right now. He's suddenly got to pull back. He's building Widow Mines 3 at a time. His armory has finally started, but this is 2-1 Ling Bane. 2-1 Ling Bane versus 1-1 Bio. And that carapace is almost kicking in as well. There's a good muta count. 17 mutas with +1 on the way. Some Ling Bane running around the map. Big Ling counter getting ready for the right-hand side. Now, what do we got over here? A few Marines, a Widow Mine, a turret, a couple tanks. This is a good setup for Byun, but it's going to take him a long time to catch up upgrade-wise, and that's why I think this game's going to stall out. I really do think Armani should be able to get back in this game as long as he spreads creep. That's it, and it looks like he's replaced tumors on almost every side. He's expanding to both sides of the map at the same time. His mutas are looking for openings. As long as he doesn't get too antsy with those, just uses them for kind of light pressure, I think we will see Armani kick butt in this game. I think, you know, Byun's not dead. He's just way behind on upgrades, and he's going to give a lot of time to Armani. And the way this series has gone, I feel like that favors Armani. Byun's clearly focused on timings, trying to win hard and fast and early, and oh no. Mutas find it just before the turrets are done. There are still 3 turrets. They're going to kill a lot of Mutalisks, though, especially with the quick double drop coming back. Ooh, lots of mutas go down, and the Lings on the right-hand side got chased off at the same time. Brings it up to 18 mutas killed total this game. Only 15 mutas remaining on the map. Of course, a lot of those are back at home, I believe. So pulling on back now. Those turrets being rebuilt. I'm a big fan of always leaving a Widow Mine on these flanks with the turrets, like a single Widow Mine in here as well. Tons of missile turrets. I like that he added those, realizing it's going to be a longer game. But Byun, please, for the love of all that is holy, make some 2-2 upgrades, mate. Please! He's made vehicle weapons and drilling claws. I assume 2-2 was about to start. These mutas are keeping him so busy, he's just forgotten. Oh, Byun loses 2 Widow Mines, almost loses a medevac. Oh, holy shit, a drop slid down the right-hand side. Good way of pulling the pressure away. He starts +2 armor behind this. The mutas are still dancing on the other side of the map. So those mutas actually don't want to come back to clean this up. Byun could go unload this. I think the mutas will very slowly go and clean this. Oh, that drop's going to die to a queen. That's a shame. Bit of a silly mistake there by Byun. Started +2 armor. He has not started +2 attack, and that's a huge problem. 5th command center. That one's going to go down, I think. Yeah, nice. Oh, he doesn't quite finish it. Well done, Byun. Starts rebuilding that. Oh my god, +2 weapons has started. And you know what? The infestation pit's only just started. But Armani's on 87 workers now. He's got an abundance of money. Byun, how many Widow Mines you got on the map? 9. I'd like to see a few more Widow Mines in this sort of game. But you know what? The creep didn't really go that far out. Armani was so busy with the mutas, and they caused a bit of chaos. They made Byun forget upgrades. Was that enough? Oh, it's all about the Widow Mines. They do not find the connections they need, though, and that's a very good hold there for Armani. Gets a lot of that bio. There's more behind it, of course. Oh, the Widow Mines are slow to burrow, though. I think he was a little too slow on the... Yeah, beautiful manual detonates there by Armani. And, oh my god, he's just got too much stuff. Byun just getting caught a bit too aggressive with his unit count there. You know what? I thought he was going to lose this whole base. He doesn't lose the base. It's still a really bad fight, though. Remember, his 2-2's not done. So these fights where he's like, nah, I can do it. I can stand my ground and gun it down. It's like, no, he's misjudging it because he's not used to being down 2 upgrades. Hive is now in the way, which means 3-3 is going to be roughly similar for both players. But of course, Armani has so much money, so much freedom. I really think it's about him getting a move on, respreading creep. If he doesn't get a move on with that, he's going to be in trouble the longer the game goes. But as long as he respreads creep, you've got a 68 SCV Terran. He doesn't have that giant economy. Byun's also not building more SCVs. Even though he's taking a lot of bases, he's playing an older style of Terran. It doesn't have as much cushion for the pushing, I guess is what you'd call it, right? Byun doesn't have as much economy to take 10 SCV losses and then just rebuild them. Armani can lose 20 SCVs, instantly rebuild, doesn't give a shit. He's going to start banking a lot. Byun's going more for like, okay, I've got an economy, but I can't afford to fuck up and lose any of it. And it's all about having a bigger army supply as this continues. So he's going to try to work that bigger army supply. It just means he has a bit less room for error. Armani can make a few messed up fights and still win this game. Oh, burrowed banelings on the left and the right. None in the middle, funnily enough. I guess he's expecting to get scanned there. Doesn't want to show his hand. Mutas rotate into the main. No building armor or high-sec auto tracking. So one muta dies, but the other ones only get bruised there. And it's quickly stimming his marines back in the main. Mostly only loses turrets. He's getting +2 vehicle armor as well, which is a good upgrade. Ooh, nice reactor snipe. Few lings run in on the left-hand side. They don't really find anything, but oh, mutas are finding more and more. Well done. Oh my god, he's gonna get it! Is he? No! Oh, as long as he pulls another SCV to repair, +3 will be okay, but... Oh my god, this is very annoying to deal with. Armani's gonna try and jump on him on the right-hand side. Byun tries to push. Oh, you crazy person, Byun. Byun's like, yeah. No! It burns down! No! And he just got jumped on the front at the same time as his +3 attack burnt down. He didn't realize those last SCVs died. Oh, that's so bad, man. I guess if he just queues it on this eBay, it's okay, but oh, he's going to be way behind on upgrades now. That's going to make this really bad for him. Oh, big Widow Mine hits. Nice setup there. Byun definitely, I think, has lost momentum in this game. It all came back to his upgrades, I think, being just forgotten about on 1-1 for far too long. A big mistake, and I think he had some nice momentum early, but has failed to convert. Armani, of course, weathering the storm. Still doesn't have great creep spread, but he's got great upgrades about to kick in. His ultras, his adrenal glands all coming in. He doesn't really have those upgrades just yet, and these fights, I think, are pretty good for Byun. You got to watch out for those burrowed banelings, which still have not had a chance to set off. He's kind of waiting for Byun to center on it a bit more. The heavier marauder count at this stage of the game is really nice. 11 marauders, 10 mines, 3 Thors. Banelings aren't very effective versus that. I think Armani should have given up this base. He's got plenty of bases on the left. I think he needs to wait for ultras, lings, maybe do some run-bys. Yeah, Armani's taking some pretty cost-inefficient engagements here. And as much as he's slowing the advance, he's just lost all of his banelings. He's only got a pack of mutas, zerglings, and 2 ultras now. He loses that base. Finally, the ling run-by goes in. That's going to find some big damage. Ooh, those mutas keep taking Thor volleys, though. A couple of lings do go down, and a bit of production going down. Reacted Factory is going to fall over there for Byun. Byun says, fuck that, I'm just going to push through. I've got massive army supply advantage right now. Oh, and Ultra accidentally gets aggroed in and goes for it. Bio is holding the door. A Hodor Marauder and his harem of Marines hold on against the blue zombies. And the Zerg player is coming forward. Banelings roll in once again to a spread of Marauder, Thor, Mine. These fights are not going the way he wants, and Byun is still holding on at home. All these Ling run bys are not finding purchase at all. Byun is methodically working his way forward. He's taken out 2 bases. I think he's making the right call now to pull back. He can't go any deeper. Command Center just died to those mutas on the left-hand side. But look at that. Armani is unable to push any deeper. I think get the hell out is the way to go for Byun here. He wants to get the creeper. I know it's hard to get home with Ultras and Banes wanting to chase you, especially with all this creep still over here. He's taken out the creep on the right. I'd love to see a scan to clear that, but look at that. He's about to get jumped on. Oh, nice moves by Armani. Oh, that's a sick engage, and that might be the game-winning fight right there. He's got a Widow Mine that he pulls back to. He's trying to pull to that right-hand side. Oh, these Thors get a few more volleys off, but those medevacs are probably toast. The reinforce comes over. Watch out for that Baneling Mine. All the Thors go down, and that was a beautiful set of engagements. Yeah, Byun just needed to pull back around to the right. He stayed a bit too long. Watch for that Baneling Mine. Armani, honestly, at this point, he's been edging himself for so long. He is ready to blow. But those Marines just won't go over the center. They keep going on either side of it. Oh my god, back and forth micro on both sides. The Widow Mines take out all the Banes. It's just Bio versus Ultras here. There's not many Marauders in the mix. The Banelings unburrow. Armani has a bigger economy. He's got a bigger army right now. And I do think, I mean, let's look at that income. Okay, with Mules dropping, this is looking not too bad for Byun. If Byun could secure one more base, maybe he's going to try and float an orbital up there. Problem is that means this base will be super exposed. I feel like this base would maybe be better, maybe slow the whole game down. He's still trying to play momentum, but you can see that Armani here is just a bit more packed on the economy. He's been mining these bases for a long time. As long as Armani can resecure these, he'll be all good. Takes that hatchery. I'm surprised he isn't even sending just a drone down there as well. Similar army supplies. Still, remember, no +3 weapons for the Terran player. So he's down 1 attack upgrade. Hurts him a lot in these trades versus Lings, versus Banes, versus Mutas. Even versus the Ultras, technically. So the Biomine comes forward. Muta's on the right, gonna go. He's gonna need to mass repair. Oh no, he doesn't mass repair. He tries to start doing it now. Oh, but not enough, not enough. That's too many Mutas, man. That makes this an all-in attack from Byun. That base gets routed. He's got to move to the left-hand side, which he does. So he's still got some mining over there. I mean, he takes out a base. If he can put maybe just a few Marines up there, but 2 spines and a spore, gonna say goodbye to that. The planetary goes down on the right-hand side. What have you got on the ground? 6 Ultras, 15 Banes. I think that's enough to take this army out. No Zerglings in the mix. Byun has micro ability. Is it going to be enough? Man, his medevacs, they boost back. It gets around the corner. Good. Oh, still a good angle. Mutas are coming in for the flank. They're going to come in from the right-hand side. There's still a couple of Widow Mines that haven't fired here. Does blast a few of these units. The Ultras are getting very low. That's actually a really good fight for Byun and Armani. I think he should have been cutting off the reinforce. Instead, we see tons of units once again rallying. These Burrowed Banes have done nothing. For Armani this game, he has not been able to land them. An Ultralisk dies. Its bloody corpse falls to the ground. Armani's taking that hatch on the right. His move drone's there, but his mining is about to drop jaggedly. And remember, with the power of mules, Terran should be able to keep up. Ooh, a bit more mining. Finally, the Banelings come in and get something done. Uh-oh. 2 Marauders, a Widow Mine. This is good play with the Mutas. Armani's still finding value in a low economy situation like this. Even just 11 Mutas like this can be an absolute nuisance. And the Marines are going to try to take that out, but they're not doing well. They're not doing well. Those Marines need to go back, dude. Oh, Byun. Ooh, he contaminates 2 of the barracks. Yeah, he's got to send those Marines all the way around. And look at that. Ling's coming in to join. That could be a game-winning run by here from Armani. Depot wall does raise. I don't know if that's enough, though. That wall's going to get torn down by Adrenal Lings very quickly. Byun pushes into the top left, takes out that base, secures the kill. He does manage to defend the wall for now, but look at that. Barracks are falling. He's losing his production. Byun's production is in tatters right now. He's just lost all of his Marauder production. That is essentially his anti-Ultra production, but he's got 18 Marauders on the map, so it doesn't matter too much just yet. It will matter a little down the track. Not enough Mutas to take out these 2 turrets. Good preparation by Byun. He could sit up there and do a bit of damage, but Marines! Ooh! Oh, man, there's not many Marines left on the ground, and looks to pincer. only manages to nab an overseer. Okay, so production-wise, Byun's production just got dicked. He's got 1 tech lab, 2 reactors, 2 non-add-on barracks, and a starport and a factory, both with no add-on. He's building, basically, he's dripping out some marines, some mines. But remember, Armani's only just got back to good income on the right-hand side of the map. So he's got those 2 bases up. He's got about, I think, 12 mineral patches he's mining from, 8 on that base, 4 on that patch. Gets himself some nice income. Byun trying to pull back to his ramp right now. Oh, look at that. That Widow Mine's going to do a good job. Takes out a lot of those Zerglings. Oh, another big Widow Mine there. Lings on the right, get a few SCVs. But Byun handling this really well. I think Armani can maybe afford this more, but I don't know, dude. He lost a lot of Zerglings just now. He's up to a total of 461 Lings, 48 Mutas, 94 Banes, 5 Ultras have gone down, 263 Marines, and 38 Marauders. Let's keep an eye on how those figures change. Banelings are going to roll in for the next wave. That's going to be a killer and possibly a game winner. Byun actually having to spend money on depots right now. That sucks. Question is, though, do you have an answer to 19 Marauders, 51 Marines, and 4 Widow Mines? I think the Lings and the Banes are the answer to it, potentially, because there's not many Widow Mines left. It's all about, can the Widow Mines and the Marines gun down the Ling Bane? Oh, Byun, a little slow on his stim there. A little slow on his stim. Oh, a big friendly fire mine there. Just took out a lot of Marines. Oh, a good burrow there, but he sees it. Byun scans. He's going to try to push in. He knows he needs to stop this economy buildup. He's up 20 army supply right now. He's still got a lot of Marauders. Remember, they do not have +3 attack. He's down on upgrades. He has been this entire game against Armani's double Evo opening. He's trying to spread backwards. The Banelings are gone. It's just Ultras, Lings, and a handful of Mutas, but he's losing his medevac count, and his bio is out of gas, out of fuel, out of hit points. It looks like Armani has clawed his way back into this game. 25 minutes of scrap, ripping each other apart, scratching at each other's eyeballs. And in the end of the game, I think it was Armani's Mutas that were the unsung heroes. They do drag him back into that game. I was shitting on him a bit. I was like, dude, he's missing creep spread for Muta harass. I think he's going a bit too hard on it. I take it back. That was fucking beautiful. GG, well played, Armani. Woo! If you guys are enjoying the stream, guys, please do consider supporting the channel. We are not paid or hired to cast this event. We love to do it every week. Unfortunately, with the time change for it, as well as daylight savings shifting our time difference from northern to southern hemisphere, Maynard can't ever join me until it changes back. Because, of course, he is casting Oli Moly tonight. But if you guys do want to support, just remember there's many ways to do so. If you're new to the channel, just click the follow button, drop back by this time, this day of the week. Every week we cast this tournament. And, of course, we've got a whole bunch of other content coming out. One way you can do it is actually free if you've got Amazon Prime. It's called using your Prime Gaming, what used to be called Twitch Prime, your Prime Gaming subscription. All you need to do is link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and you can click a streamer's sub button once a month. Click sub with Prime Gaming. Doesn't cost you anything on top of what you're already, of course, you've already invested into your Amazon Prime. And it's a fantastic way to support streamers. It basically just takes money out of Bezos's pocket. He's got, you know, what, $200 billion or something obscene. And it puts it into the streamer's pocket. We get actual hard cash, the same as a normal subscription. So we do appreciate those of you who go ahead and, you know, tip your streamer. Toss a coin to your streamer of the StarCraft and do support. As well as those of you who do actually go above and beyond. There's been a few people dropping 100 biddies, 500 biddies, a couple dollars, $2, $1 tip here or there. It does make a big difference, and it's something we do rely on. We try to not paywall any of the content. We've recently, unfortunately, had to make the videos sub-only, but that is specifically just to avoid DMCA concerns. We're going to try and get that back up as soon as we can. So thank you, everybody, for the love, the support. Big thanks to Orb Monk, who just slid into the pigsty with the Twitch Prime. We're going to give you guys a big round of shout-outs when this series is over. Right now, we need to focus on this action-packed, amazing game and see how it rounds up. Up in the top left, he's been more aggressive, a bit more wild, and bloody hard to read so far in this series. In the red, it is Byun. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, representing the Africa Freaks in the blue, the Zerg player, Armani. Now, remember in that previous game, Hellions did good damage, Battlecruiser did good damage, but Armani got crazy creep spread out after that, got Muta control, and Byun, it felt like even though he sniped the fourth base, there was a few pushes which he maybe overextended on. He then got kind of just cornered in his side of the map, up on economy, but way behind on upgrades for a long time, and it took him a very long time to get the second factory pumping out Widow Mines off a reactor, which is one of the most important things. You might look at it and go, oh, 3 base 65 worker Terran, it's a 3 base 65 worker. There's a big difference between that and a Terran who's building the 4th command center and the 2nd factory very early. If you get that quick 4th up, it really keeps your income just bam, steam ahead. And the 2nd factory pumping out Widow Mines 2 at a time is massive. It allows you to have that big anti-baneling power, which of course allows you to do what you need. Now the SCV sees the creep. That confirms it's hatch first. That's all it cared to confirm. It says, cool, you've gone hatch first. Reaper can go across the map, no concerns. Now the Overlord, I believe, saw the Reaper. So the drone changes directions, goes to the other 3rd base, and Byun is going to be unable. He's looking, he's like, is there a drone hidden behind? He goes, oh no, it looks like not. He's going to come in there and a quick 3rd base up there. So it does slow down his droning a bit. You'll notice an Overlord only now pops out. So Armani wanted Ling speed, 3rd base, supply cap on 28, built into the build order. Just said skip the Overlord, use that to get the hatch out a bit faster and the Ling speed, and we'll be all right. Ooh, Byun has been so eager for those creep tumors, even though it was placed so far back, so conservatively, still goes for it, almost confirms the kill. Behind this, the Marine does push back the Overlord. Overlord hasn't really seen jack. And Tech Lab coming down on the barracks starport there. Exact same setup all 3 games so far in the beginning. I like that. Makes it very hard to read. He's often built a Viking first to deny the information. I like that Byun's playing an information denial game. I think it's a really good way to play StarCraft. Now, you'll notice Armani is not spreading that tumor. The Queen has to confirm it's safe before bringing her kids. She's basically the head mama duckling. This is the baby duckling. She has to walk in front and it follows. The Zerglings, of course, now say, okay, the Reaper stage of the game is over, but it's bait. And the Hellions come forward, almost get those Zerglings. Don't quite get them. Once again, Overlord, I like the way that reposition to come in from a different angle is going to see the setup here and doesn't want to start concussive. He does now. He was starting stim in the previous game anyway, so I think he doesn't care about showing the upgrade on the Tech Lab. Same build from game 1. It's a very powerful build order. I think the best way to play against this is obviously to get either a massive Queens or to get out your preemptive Roaches. Banelings can work reactively, which is what he tried in game 1, did Armani. If he doesn't have a Baneling Nest or a Roach Warren, he could be in big trouble. I feel like he knew it was coming. He kind of saw it moving across the map in game 1. This time around, no, and a very quick double Evo. That does not bode well, Armani. I think this is such a dangerous build order. Going double upgrades on 420 is kind of crazy. It's so expensive, and it means, like, yeah, you're getting 2 gases, a lot of upgrades, but if there's a firm Hellbat timing, I think you're so vulnerable to it. Let's see how Armani manages to scrap together a defense. He's got 6 Queens, Zerglings, nothing else. We've got 2 Marauders and a Medevac coming over. The Viking has already killed 2 Overlords right now. And there's no spine. Yeah, he's throwing it down now. That's not ready. That spine's going to go down. He's going to get busted. I think this might just be a 2-1 victory here for Byun coming out with a firm timing attack. The Armory is just a few seconds from finishing. Here we go. Byun sends in those Marauders. They tag one of the Queens. And look at that. The Hellbats are going to get another volley off. Morph right on top. And bam! Flamethrowers unite. The Medevac pulling way back. It's only 1 shot from death. Armani really needs that hit. He gets it. But he loses 2 more Queens for it. Holy shit, he's dead. If he holds this, he's a wizard, guys. Remember, there's more Hellions rallying in across the map. Armani there doing such a greedy opening. And I think it's because he was expecting a quick 3rd command center and a bit more of a standard play. I really, though, if we look back at the scouting in this game and just quickly dissect what I think he did wrong there, I think double Evo chamber never makes sense in this scenario. And this is why. He saw that there was an immediate starport. Now, this may just be a Viking into a Lib, into some chill shit. But if you see a starport building units, you know there's the potential for a much stronger attack. This is a big problem if you're going double upgrades. So to reactively go double upgrades after seeing it's not 3rd command center before starport, it is a 2-gas opening, I think is unnecessarily greedy. And I really think maybe if he had the spine preemptively built or some other safety measure, maybe if he went to 8 Queens by default, he could do the quick double Evo. But 6 Queens? No spine, no Bane Nest, no Roach Warren. Greedy as crunk. And he gets taken out. GG, well played. Byun there. It's a nice Hellbat timing. We see this one come out in almost every single best of 5 series. Well, not every best of 5, but like every other best of 5 series. You'll see that build at least once. Byun does it twice in a best of 3. Great success. GG, well played. Byun, well played. We'll see you in the next video, guys.